Welcome back in, folks. It's Drew Just Smash back at you with another episode of Buffs Dynasty here today. With that being said, we're here kicking off the preseason, getting everything squared away. Per usual, I've already gone and taken care of recruiting so far, and we'll bring you guys in the loop of what's going on recruiting wise as we get into the season and get some progress there. Try not to bore you guys too much with that, but with that being said, let's kickstart off with our red shirt candidates. We'll start first with quarterback position. Caleb Keys, 100% red shirt quarterback. Our top three quarterbacks are solid. We're good there. Lawrence Watson, he's got to get on the field as a playmaker. At the receiver position, we're going to go with Washington and Hackett, both getting redshirted, as well as Andy Larson. So our receivers, real quick to go back to them, Burns and Kelly gonna have to play right away and get on the field for us to be productive there. Tight end position, I feel good with where we're at, so I just want to get Larson that extra year of development. As we move to the offensive line, Beck, while he is the future, we're going to redshirt Barrow and get back on the field as a backup to Lichenhand and get him some reps and get Barrow that needed extra year of eligibility that he does desperately need. As far as our guard position goes, Dykes and Chapman both going to get the red shirt. Breedlove can't redshirt him. Tolbert automatic red shirt since he is a transfer. So Coley will get the start there at guard, and we'll redshirt Paul Joseph as well. Again, I want to keep my two deep as strong as possible on the offensive line, so that's the reason we have our red shirts the way that we do for that position. Robert Smith will get a red shirt at left defensive end. JJ McDonald's actually going to start for us. Kenneth Evans, good there. Greg Rogers, been going back and forth on this one. As of right now, I'm making the decision not to redshirt him. Worst case scenario, both these two get hurt. Actually, we are going to redshirt him. If we have to pull it, we will. But otherwise, we will. Just because, again, he does need that extra year of development to really grow, and I believe that these two can handle the fort till then. Um, Linebacker, good. Haynes will get a red shirt there. Scott Davis would, however, need him to step up as a backup role, and same with Ostrander. Corner, we can redshirt Morris. He's fifth on the depth chart. We might as well. He's not fifth on the depth chart, but with what we have currently in the secondary, it makes sense to preserve that year of eligibility for him and then keep it moving forward. So, as far as our other positions, I think we're good. Those are going to be our red shirts for this season. Let's jump into our depth chart. So, as we all know, Brendan Lewis is trash and Tyrone Moses is our quarterback. So, we'll start there. All right. When it comes to running back, obviously Trey House is the man, but Watson's going to be our second string. Then we'll go to Stacks and then Hankerson. Lawrence Watson to get him on that triple option left out of our formation. Could be huge game breaking plays for us. Gale Stacks going to do his thing. Grant Page is going to be our number one wide receiver. Also, nice little number change there for Grant. Dawson will be 2. We're going to go Kelly 3, Burns 4, and then We'll go Tyson, Olsen. After that, we'd kind of a drop at receiver. So I think having Olsen as that sixth wide receiver will also benefit us as well. But Tyson, Burns, Kelly, Dawson, Page. It looks to be a good group. Eric Olson, Austin Smith, Greg Walton, everything looks good there. Looks good there. Question is, do we... screw it. Yep, we're starting Beck there at left guard. I think it's kind of a necessity, unfortunately, to put our best O-line out there. We need to have Beck on the field. So he's not the strongest guy, but he's a lot more technically better than Edgar Amaya. So we're going to put Beck. Fensky will be the starting center there. Breedlove will be his backup. Harkey and Coley, and then Beck and Frederick. Or I'm going to put him and Coley there. But Frederick could see some time as well. I'm going to move him to starting our backup left tackle. And then you got JJ McDonald, Grant Evans, cool. D line looks good, happy with it. Carey will be the number one there. Then you got Ginn, and where's the other one? Hurtado. Which hopefully Hurtado is able to contribute for us this year. But we got Smith, we got Mr. Williams, we got Scott Davis and Berg, all going to be our middle linebackers. For the season, you got Alexander, hopefully going to put up another monster season for us, Ostrander, and then we'll have Hurtado be the third string guy there. Or also, I'm going to have him be second string there as well. Alright, corner. Nico Reed, obviously number one. Craig Williams, obviously number two. Jason Oliver, I'm good with 3. Tyron Taylor at 4, and Kalen Moore at 5. Good. So we're going to go Woods, Higgins, and then round it out with George Brown. I like Higgins. I think he's going to be a great ball hawk. I just don't think his tackling is probably where it needs to be. Yep. So we're going to go with Trevor Woods. Starting as that free safety for us. And then Dixon will start as the strong safety. Joe Robinson will be his backup, followed by Mario after his redshirt season. Alright, and then we're just going to have Becker do both to make it easy on myself. And then our return guy is going to be Lawrence Watson. Again, one of the better athletes that we have. And we'll pair him with... Man, Nick Butler's not quite there yet. What about Fox? Not really either. We'll just put him back there with Victor Vinn. Our two, guys that are proven returners. Victor Vinn played good for us last year. He's just not as explosive as our new guy, but nonetheless, he's the guy. Alright, so that is our depth chart. That's meeting the team for you guys as well, keeping it simple. Alright, of course, we start the season with the Rocky Mountain Showdown against Colorado State. That's happening every year. Don't care what you had to say about it, it's happening. I also want to make sure we get Nebraska on the schedule. Forgot about that last season, so. But, we're going to just book them in for week 2. Ka-chow. Um, we played in Lincoln last time, so and then I'm good with the week 4 bye. I'm actually okay with this. Week 4, week 10. Yeah, I'm good with this. Get some gameplay at you guys early without too much boredom. Alright. As for our last opponent, I want Oklahoma. Let's go Oklahoma State. And then we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I need to make one of these a home game. Well, that's neutral site. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, we have a neutral site game in there with the Rocky Mountain Showdown, so I'm good with it. So that will be our schedule for this season, and with that, we'll advance to the regular season. We'll take a look at some of the preseason kind of outlooks as far as things go, and then we'll wrap up this episode and look forward to the next one. But as far as the team goes this season, I'm excited, man. This team is kind of refreshed and reborn a little bit. So I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to see where we go from here in season 3. So with that, let's start first with the Heisman outlook. So we'll start first with the leader and preseason betting favorite is Lou Nichols III out of Central Michigan. After the season he had, I can't say I'm surprised. Will Rogers, number 2 at a quarterback out of Mississippi State, no surprise there. Sean Tucker, running back at Syracuse, no surprise there. Those 3 were all finalists, or 2 of those 3 were finalists last year. Christian Villiao was in the hunt all last season. Can't say I'm surprised there. But how about this? Trey House is a preseason favorite in the running to be a preseason Heisman finalist. So, interesting there. Let's move to our All-Americans, preseason All-Americans. We have Cole Dawson. We got kind of the usual suspects around here as well. Aubrey Smith up there as well. So 2 preseason first teamers, Dawson and Smith. Trey House making an appearance as a second team All-American preseason. Same with Tyron Taylor. And that is it. As far as Pac-12 preseason, you got House, you got Dawson, you got Grant, you got Carey, you got Smith, Taylor, Williams, Woods, Becker. Second team, you got Tyrone Moses. There he is. You got Eric Olson. You got that's it. All right, cool. So we're representing a little bit there. So let's look at the conference outlook. Where are we preseason predicted to finish? As of right now, they have us as 5th in the conference. Interesting. considering we're the reigning conference champs, but obviously hard to argue with USC and just kind of again, they're USC, so whatever. However, they lost their quarterback, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But let's move to the preseason polls. All right, you got Michigan, you got North Carolina, USC, Ohio State, Penn State. Three Big Ten teams in the top five. Interesting. Syracuse, Bama, Arkansas, Miami, Oregon, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Florida, Washington, NC State, TCU, Old Miss, Notre Dame, BYU, Florida State, K-State, Utah, UCF, Mississippi State, and Texas A&M as your top 25. And we are... The disrespect is fucking unreal, man. We're at 27. Like, don't act like I'm not a reigning Pac-12 champion. And don't act like I ain't fucking about to possibly compete for a national fucking title this year. With the team that we got coming back roster-wise. Our entire roster got better, and yet we're still fucking... The disrespect when I have this fucking guy leading the offense. It's insane. Alright, well, now we have our fuel to fucking shit on everybody. That's what I'm telling you right now. Alright. Anyway, so that is what we have going on there. And yeah, that kind of is our preseason. And, again, we got an interesting schedule and slate of games yet ahead. So, we'll kickstart off with obviously our two rivalry games, two games we expect to win. I expect to win almost every game, especially after last year's miracle season. Again, we were 12-2 last year. I had zero inkling that we would go 12-2. I didn't think we were anywhere good enough to go that far. I was expecting 8 to maybe 10 wins. Realistically, I was expecting probably eight wins again, since we exceeded expectations year one with 8 wins. I thought that's where we were headed again year two. But again, year two exceeded expectations once again. So at this point, year three, do I think we're truly a national championship team just yet? I don't, but I think, based on what's happened so far in the series, fuck it. We're going to win national title this year. That's the expectation. And, again, we got the 8-team playoff coming into effect this year, as opposed to the 12, which would be happening in real life at this point in the season. So with that, yeah, it's going to be an interesting Season 3 to Buffs Dynasties. If you're here for it, make sure you click that subscribe button, join the Stampeders, and make sure that you're ready to go for Season 3. With that, like the video if you enjoyed today's video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Drew to Smash signing off. Peace out, and God bless you. Later.